Hello everybody, welcome back to Stratomatic Replay of the 1919 World Series. Today we're going to present game number 2 in this very controversial series that was played pretty much almost 90 years ago. Almost 100 years ago, really. And I wonder if Major League Baseball is going to do anything special for when we come to the 2019 baseball season. I wonder if they're going to do anything special about the World Series 100 years ago. Well, I guess we'll find out in about 3 years, huh? As you remember from yesterday, if you take a look at the summary right there on your screen, where with the White Sox and the Reds won game 1 and 2. They won game 1 9-1, and they won game 2 4-2. Well, for those of you who watched my first game of this series, the White Sox crushed me. You know what's interesting? You take a look at the time. Look at the time. The first game of the World Series took 1 hour and 42 minutes. A 9-1 game. There's no way baseball games last that long now. An hour and 42? That would be 3 hours and 42 minutes here in today's world, right? Amazing how incredibly much longer baseball games have gotten. Well, let's get right to it, shall we? Let's schedule the game. And we already know what happens, so let's schedule it. Let's manualize it. We're gonna take the Reds, Manager Computer. And this looks like in game 2 it's gonna be Williams against Sally. And this is the actual lineups they used. So let's see how they go. So let's play ball. Let's play game 2, shall we?
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
We welcome you back to Redland Field on a beautiful day for baseball. This is game 2 of the World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Cincinnati Reds in the year 1919, when the White Sox threw the series. Well, I got crushed in the first game. Let's see if we can bounce back and beat these guys in the second game. Let's see who's pitching. Pitching for the Cincinnati Reds will be Slim Sally. In 1919, 21 wins, 7 losses, a 2.05 ERA. That's pretty darn good. Leading off for the White Sox is going to be Shano Collins. Top of the first, it's a fly ball to left, and Duncan makes the play, 1 out. And the next batter for the White Sox is Eddie Collins. Collins grounds one to Rath at second, 2 men down. And now we shall see Buck Weaver. Weaver pops out to first. Dalbert will make the catch, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the first inning now. And on the mound for the Chicago White Sox is Lefty Williams. In 1919, 23 wins, 11 losses, a 2.64 ERA, and 125 strikeouts. Another awesome pitcher. Leading off for the Reds will be Maury Rath. He grounds one to Risberg at short for the first out, and now we shall see Jake Dalbert. Dalbert grounds one to first, and that's the second out, and now Heine Groh. Groh grounds one to Weaver at third, and I am animating the split chart so we can actually see what happens. And it looks like he's going to make the play by Weaver, and the side is retired. Second inning coming up. Here is the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, the Willie Mays of his day, Shoeless Joe Jackson. And this one's a fly ball out to center. Roush makes the play, 1 out. And now we shall see Happy Felsch. That's a single to left. Duncan left to throw the ball in. And the White Sox get their first base runner. And now here is Chick Gandil. The hit and run is on. There's a ground ball to Dalbert. Can he make the play? Yes, he will make the play. It's a 3-6-3 double play. And they get out of the inning. So in this game, Remember, in the first game, the Chicago White Sox got out to a very early lead of pretty much like, they scored like, they were already out like 6-0. The game was pretty much over. Now, going into the bottom of the second inning, the Reds seem to be playing a little better. Here's Ed Roush to lead it off for the Reds. That's going to be a triple. So Roush goes to third on a big triple, and now here's Pat Duncan. Can Duncan bring him in? Nope, that's a strikeout, one away. And now here is Larry Kopf for the Reds. This one's a ground ball to Risberg at short. He will get the out, but the Reds score first here. And the Reds will take an early 1-0 lead, and the batter now is Greasy Neal. That's going to be a fly out to center to retire the side. Cincinnati 1, Chicago 0. We go to the top of the third. And now here's Swede Risberg for the Sox. That is a ground out to third. One man down. And now here is Ray Schalk. Schalk gets a ground ball to Rath. He usually makes the play. Let's see if he does. Nope, that's gonna be an error. That's an error on Rath. Schalk will go to first. And you gotta be careful with errors right now in a World Series game. Here's Lefty Williams. The hit and run is on again. That's a single to left. The hit and run works to perfection. Schalk will take third with still one out, but now runners at the corners. And here's Shano Collins for the White Sox. He gets plunked. And now the bases are loaded for Eddie Collins. So now you got bases loaded, one out. The corners are in. Let's have a look at Eddie Collins again. In 1919, a .319 average. He had 4 homers and 80 RBIs. He could hit the long ball. Here's the pitch to Eddie Collins, and he walks in a run. So the White Sox tie it right back up, and now the batter is Buck Weaver with the bases still loaded. That one's a ground ball to shortstop, and he's going to get the out at first, but the run will score, and it's now 2-1 White Sox. So the Reds don't hold the lead for long, and now you have Shoeless up. And all he's going to do is hit a base hit. Collins scores from third. The other Collins scores from second. And just like that, a 1-0 lead evaporates into a 4-1 deficit to the White Sox. Here's Happy Felsch. Felsch pops one out to first and retires the side. Chicago 4, Cincinnati 1, bottom of the third. And Bill Raritan will lead it off for the Reds. That's a line out to Collins at second for the out. And now here's Slim Sally. Strikeout, 2 away. And now Maury Rath. And a line out to retire the side. 3 innings gone by here in Game 2 of the 1919 World Series. The White Sox lead the Reds 4-1 here at Redland Field. A beautiful day for baseball. Top of the 4th inning here is Chick Gandil. That's a fly ball. Roush will make the play, 1 man out. And the next batter will be Swede Risberg. Risberg gets a deep fly ball to center, but Roush is there to make the play, 2 men down. And now we shall see Ray Schalk. That's a single to left. Duncan will have to throw it back into Groh to keep Schalk at first base. And now here's Lefty Williams. That's a fly ball to center. Roush will make the play, ending the threat. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Jake Daubert will lead it off for the Reds. He lines right out to Collins at second. And now here's Heine Groh. Groh's going to hit a deep fly to center, but Happy Felsch is just happy to get it. 2 men down. And now here's Ed Roush. Roush walks, so the Reds will get a base runner here, and Pat Duncan will come up to bat. Duncan, it's a ground ball to Collins. Collins should make the play unless it's an error, and he's got it. It's a ground out to second to end the inning. We go to the 5th, and we now have Shano Collins leading off for the White Sox. That's going to be a ground out to third. Groh will make the play, 1 man down. And we shall now see Eddie Collins. He singles one to center. Roush will get it. He'll toss it into the infield, but the White Sox get a man on first base. And now here is Buck Weaver. The hit and run is on. There's a ground ball to Kopf. Can he make the play? He might have a chance. Let's see. It winds up. Yep, he's got it. Ground out to shortstop. 6-4-3 double play. And that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. And Larry Kopf will lead it off for the Cincinnati Reds. It's a ground ball to third, 1 man out. And the next batter will be Greasy Neal. Greasy Neal. God, you got to love these baseball names. There's a ground ball to third. Weaver will make the play, 2 men down. And now Bill Raridan will come up to bat. That's going to be a pop fly ball. Risberg will make the play in the infield, and inning done. We now go to the sixth. It's still 4-1. Let's see what happens when Schulis comes up to bat for the White Sox. He pops this one out to short. Kopf will make the catch, 1 down. And now up will be Happy Felsch. That's a clean double. Clean double. Felsch will get over to second base, and now Chick Gandil will be the batter. That's a ground ball to second, to Rath. He looks like he can make the play, and nope, that's going to be an error. Felsch takes third, Gandil to first. That's the second error on the Reds, and the first error in the third inning allowed a whole bunch of runs. Let's see now if we can get out of the jam. Swede Risberg is the batter. That's a pop fly ball to third. That's one way of doing it. And now here's Ray Schalk coming up for the White Sox with 2 men out now. That's going to drive. Schalk drives the ball to center for extra bases. They got to throw for the lead runner to try to get the ball play through. No cutoff. Gandil scores. Trailing runner advances. A double for Schalk. And the White Sox now lead at 6-1. So Ray Schalk comes up with a big hit, clutch hit. He will go to third, and now Lefty Williams is the batter. There's a ground ball to Rath at second to end the inning. Chicago 6, Cincinnati 1, bottom of the 6th inning here. It just doesn't look pretty good for the Reds, does it? Here's Slim Sally. That's a strikeout, 1 man down. And that will bring up Maury Rath. Rath strikes out, 2 men down, and now here's Jake Daubert. And he gets a 2-out single to right. Collins will throw it in. And now here is Heine Groh. Groh grounds 1 out to Weaver, and the inning is over. 6 are in the books. White Sox 6, Reds 1. This is game 2 of the 1919 World Series here at Redland Field. It's kind of a little discouraging. You're here, you're winning, you're playing the White Sox, even though you're at the Reds home park. You've committed 2 errors which have allowed runs to score. It's amazing that really, I'm not sure, but I think most of these, let's have a look at the box score here. Real quick here, are any of these runs earned? Slim Sally, no. If you take a look here, 6 runs, but none earned. That's just huge. That's just huge right now. None earned. All committed on errors. We go to the top of the 7th. Shano Collins will lead it off for Chicago. There's a fly ball to center. Roush should get under it. It's got great range. And he will make the play. 1 out. And now here's Eddie Collins. That's a fly out to right. Neal will make the catch. And now here's Buck Weaver. That's a ground out to Groh, and the Reds get it 3 up and 3 down. Named 2 of the 3 20-game winners of the Yankees during the 1949-53 pennant-winning period: Ali Reynolds, Eddie Lopat, and Vic Rashi. Not too bad. They're going to be a lot of fun when we get to those years, right? Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be doing the Yankees a number of times. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Lefty Williams back on the mound for the White Sox, and Ed Roush is the leadoff hitter for the Reds. He gets a base hit, so the Reds start off with a man on. They get the leadoff runner on. That's only the 3rd hit in the game for the Reds. Here's Duncan. Duncan hits a single to center, And they're going to hold the runners. Runners at first and second now for Larry Koff, who is 0 for 2. But the Reds got something going here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see. Let's see if the fix is in. Maybe there's a base hit to right for Koff. Yet we'll send the lead runner. They'll now run the score. It is now 6-2. Maybe Eddie Chicote yesterday didn't get the memo, but maybe Lefty Williams did. 3 straight hits now. Runners still at first and second, and now Greasy Neal is the batter. Here's the pitch. Nope, ground ball to Weaver. He will get 2 outs. Duncan goes to third. And now Bill Raritan come up. Can we at least get another run in? Yes, we do. Duncan scores from third. Raritan goes to first. It's now, we've cut the lead in half. It's now 6-3. And Slim Sally is the batter. And he's the pitcher. Let's see. Giving him his hitting card. All right. Well, Slim Sally batted 189. We're in the 7th inning. Do we go to a pinch hitter here, even though it's 2 out? Knowing that really well, you got to do what you got to do here. You got a runner at first base. You got to bring him in. I think we got to bring in a pinch hitter. That's exactly what we're going to do. Lefty Williams is a lefty. Let's bring in Ivy Wingo. If I remember, he actually made a big part yesterday. So for the Reds, so Ivy Wingo will come in to pinch it. Kid Gleason's visiting manager is going to bring in Erskine Mayer. So they also bring in their own pitcher. Erskine Mayer, 1 win, 3 losses, and 8.37 ERA in 1919. Let's see here. Here's Ivy Wingo. Let's see if Wingo can make a play. Yep, he gets a base hit. And man on first can try for second. It's an 80% chance. We'll hold the runners. You need the bases. Maury Rath will come up to bat now for the Reds. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs. It's now up to Maury Rath. It's clutches on. Can he make a hit? Nope. Line out to second. But the Reds do get a couple of runs in. Let's see what we got to bring in here. We got Mitchell. And I think that's who we're going to bring in is going to be Mitchell. Let's have a look at it. Rory Mitchell. In 1919, no wins, 1 loss, a 2.32 ERA. He will come in to pitch. It's Chicago 6, Cincinnati 3. We're in the 8th inning. At least we have a fighting chance. And look who's standing at the plate, Mr. Shoeless himself. And he hits a ground ball to Koff. Koff's got pretty good range. He can get it. Can he make the play? Yes. Nice play by Larry Koff. 1 out. And now Happy Felsch. That's going to be a clean line out right to Grow. And now we'll see Chick Gandil. That's a clean single to center. Roush will throw it in. Runner on base. And it will be Swede Risberg. He's running. And at 80% chance. Let's see if we can get him out. Nope, he's safe. Gandil goes to second. And now with Swede Risberg. And we're gonna pitch to him. There's a ground ball back to Mitchell. Can Mitchell make the play on the mound? He might have it. Nope, that's an error. It's a 1-base error by Mitchell. And runners will be at the corners now for Ray Schalk. The 3rd error of the game for the Reds. Mitchell with the pickoff attempt, he's nailed. Risberg is picked off, so he makes up for it with the pickoff play. It looked like he tried to get the lead, but Mitchell got him. That's a big pickoff, and it might have just saved the run since every time the Reds had committed an error in this game, the White Sox managed to get a run in. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jake Daubert will lead it off against Mayer. There's a ground ball to Mayer. Can this maybe get through? Let's find out. Nope. It looks like he's going to make the play. 1 out. And now here's Heine Grow. Grow hits a single to center. Felsch will toss it in. The Reds get a base runner, and now it is Ed Roush. He's the best hitter on the Reds. There's a single to left field. Jackson will throw it in. You'll hold the runners. You don't test that arm that Jackson's got. Runners at first and second now, and Pat Duncan has a good chance to make the play for the Reds. And let's see, he's batting .244. Let's see if Pat Duncan can make the play here. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit. The lead runner 1-15. I'm gonna go ahead and send him. Gotta try to get him. They're gonna cut the throw off, allow the run to score. It's now 6-4. The Reds are within 2 with only 1 out and runners still at first and second. And now Larry Koff is the batter, 1 for 3. We might be able to get to Erskine Mayer. Let's see. Still in the 8th. Let's see what happens here. This is getting a little interesting. Here's the pitch to Koff. Koff, it's a fly ball to Collins in right. Doesn't have as much range. That's going to fall for a double. He's going to make it, and it's going to be an error. Roush scores from second. Duncan scores from third. Koff scores. The Reds take the lead on a huge mistake by Collins. Eddie Collins makes a mistake in right field. Is the fix in? That's really interesting, people. A double and an error. I wonder if he really tried hard enough to make that play. Well, we're not going to know. We're not going to know unless he asks him, but he ain't going to tell us anyway, is he? Let's go. Bottom of the 8th inning still, but the bases are clear. Neal is the batter. We're not out of the inning yet. There's a ground ball to Risberg at short. Risberg should make the play, and he will. That's a nice play by Risberg, 2 men out. And now Bill Raridan is the batter. Pop fly ball to short to end the inning. Cincinnati 7, Chicago 6, top of the 9th. Roy Mitchell is on the mound for the Reds in the top of the 9th inning. I'm going to have to try to use him to close it. Let me take a look at I want to see if there's anybody else I could bring in. Ruther is not available considered by fatigue. Let's see here. Who had the most saves? Ring had 3 saves. Let's see. Luke had 3 saves. There's a save. There's a save. And Gerner. And what we got batting up here? Let's have a look. Let's see. It's supposed to be Schalk, a right. They'll probably bring in a pinch hitter for Mayer and another right-hander. And Mitchell is a right-hander. Let's stick with Mitchell and see what happens. Top of the 9th inning, 7-6. We were down at 6-1. Let's see if we can get this one. Here's Ray Schalk leading it off for the White Sox. Nope, that's a clean single early, and that was off Schalk's card, so he'll go to first. And now Erskine Mayer is the batter. I'm pretty sure he'll bring in a pinch hitter. He does. He brings in Eddie Murphy. No, it's not Beverly Hills Cop, people. Murphy will bat. Let's have a look at him, shall we? Eddie Murphy in 1919, a 486 average, but he only had 35 at bats. This is a ringer. This is a ringer card. So this is definitely a ringer card. That's a ringer. So let's see what Eddie Murphy will do. He is let's see how he's batting. He is a lefty. So I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to counter with my own lefty. And I'm going to bring in, let me see here. Do I want to bring in Gerner and let him pitch to him? Let's see, because he's got, let's see here. Let's have a look at that card. Let's think about this for a minute, people. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. Murphy was 2% against lefties and 98% against righties. I think you go ahead and I think you bring in the lefty. So that's exactly what I'm going to do for maybe one batter, and that's going to be Gerner. So Ed Gerner will come in to pitch for the Reds. 1 win, no losses, a 3.18 ERA. Let's see, can we get the ringer? The hit and run is on. Force play to shortstop. The runner on first, Schalk, is out. That was interesting. I didn't think he would try the hit and run. But Murphy now goes to first, and now Shano Collins is the batter. And Collins is a righty. I'm going to go ahead and bring back in another righty, and that's going to be, I'm going to bring in Ring for that one. So that's going to be Jimmy Ring coming in. 10 wins, 9 losses, 18 starts, but he had 3 saves. Let's see if Jimmy Ring can close this game out. Here's the pitch to Shano Collins. Single to left field. Duncan will throw it in. Runners at first and second. Now Eddie Collins is the batter, and he's a lefty. Can we make the play? Here's the pitch. He smacks a home run. Eddie Collins, First home run of the year. Ball cleanly went over the fence. There was no way getting it. Cannot close it. The White Sox take the lead 9-7. Oh, wow. And the fans here in Redland Field just had their hearts literally ripped out. Buck Weaver will bat, and that was off the hitter card. So that was all Eddie Collins with that home run. Here is Buck Weaver. That's a single to left field, and they're still not out of the inning, and there's still only one out. And now here is Shoeless. Ring with the pickoff attempt. Safe. Close play. Weaver just got back. The hit and run is on. That's going to be a fly out to left. 2 men down. And now here is Happy Felsch. Single to left field. Duncan will make the play. They're going to cut the throw off to hold Felsch. And now it's Chick Gandil who comes up for the White Sox. Pop fly ball to Dalbert at first. And the inning is over. Wow, what a killer. Chicago 9, Cincinnati 7. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. What an amazing game here. Jimmy Ring is the leadoff batter. We will, of course, bring in a pinch hitter. And we're going to bring in Charlie C. In 1919, a 286 average. Here's the pitch to Charlie C. to see if the Reds can get anything going. Ground ball to shortstop. Risberg makes the play, 1 out. That's not the way we expected to start. Here's Maury Rath. That's a base hit. That will bring the tying run to the plate in Jake Dalbert. So the Reds are not going away. Here's the pitch to Dalbert. Can he make a hit? Pop fly ball up in the sky. Risberg with the catch, 2 down. And the last chance for the Reds will be Heine Groh. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to Gandil. He will make it. He'll take it himself. And what a way to lose a game. The White Sox take the second game of the series by a score of 9-7. What a game this was. Wow. And that's all White Sox. Those were not hit off the pitcher's card. That was White Sox doing that. And the one thing I like about Stratomatic that I'm beginning to realize when you replay these games, you're trying to find out who made the play. Was it because the hitter made a good hit off the card, or was it because the pitcher made a mistake? Wow. What a ball game, people. The Reds had a chance to tie the series up, but just couldn't do it. Let's have a look at the box score. And we can see here, for the White Sox, Eddie Collins, 2 for 4 with 4 big RBIs. He probably had to be the player of the game. Happy Felsch was 3 for 5. Ray Schalk, 3 for 4. Every batter got a hit except for Swede Risberg. He was the only one that didn't get one for the White Sox. For the Reds, Ed Rausch was 3 for 3. He is definitely the best hitter on the Reds right here. Larry Koff was 2 for 4. He had 4 huge RBIs, but they just couldn't do it. And Duncan was 2 for 4. He's batting .500 for the series. Erskine Mayer is going to get the win. He does get the blown save. Wilkinson does pick up the save. Ed Gerner gets credit for a hold, but Jimmy Ring gets credit for the loss and a blown save in only 2/3 innings. But that wasn't really much he could do. That was all White Sox. They were down 7-6, and it looked like they were ready to lose a game, but that White Sox team just didn't go away. The only home run was by Eddie Collins, and that was the key play in this game. And we take a look at the storyline. Say, yeah, in a great finish, the Chicago White Sox came back in the top of the 9th and held on to win over the Cincinnati Reds by a score of 9-7 at Redland Field. What a game this was, people. What a game. But unfortunately, it's a loss for the Reds. So we will now be down 2-0 as we now head to Comiskey Park for 3 games there for games 3, 4, and 5. And there'll definitely be games 3, 4, and 5. Remember, this is a best-of-9 series in 1919. Well, everyone, what a way for this game to end. I'll be looking forward to game 3. Maybe we can steal a couple there. This is Robert again. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Once again, final score: Chicago White Sox 9, Cincinnati Reds 7. The White Sox now lead the series 2-0. See you later, people.